I've got a follow along shoulder mobility video for you today. We're gonna work on 3 different exercises. So you can just follow along with me and we'll get started. So I'm on the ground. You can be seated in a chair. You can really be standing too, however you feel comfortable. Just get into a position that you're gonna feel comfortable with. So we're gonna start with basically open up the chest and open up the shoulders, bringing our hands out like this and go thumbs up. And as we come through, we're gonna bring the thumbs pretty much like horizontal, so it almost like my palms are up. And I'm gonna focus on bringing my shoulders back and down without trying to lean back or arch my lower back. So I'm just trying to work right here from the shoulder. So from the top, we're gonna go just like this, real controlled and slow. Squeeze down and back, and we're gonna bring it all the way to the front, all the way to start. We're gonna do 5 of these real slow. Just 2. So why are we doing this? So basically we're combating the position that most of us are in all day, which is necks looking down, shoulders forward, whether we're on our phone or computer, walking, looking down, all the things we seem to do in front of us. So we are just working the opposite way of all of that. So this is 4. So notice when I get to that end range, I'm holding and I'm squeezing real tight, and I can feel tension all through here. Bring it back to the start. Relax it out. So even just doing that little motion, I'm creating so much tension and sort of like really focusing on it hard. So mobility can be as beneficial as you want it to be. You kind of have to create like a mind-muscle connection. If I was just sitting here doing this, I'm not getting a whole lot of benefit out of it. But if I'm thinking about really squeezing and creating a lot of tension, huge benefit, I can tell already. So for the second one, you're gonna come up on your knees like this. We're gonna bring our right leg forward, so we're in like a split stance. If you're sitting in a chair, you can just sit regular with 2 feet on the ground, that's fine. I'm gonna create some tension with this arm, but this is gonna be our working side right now. So I'm gonna bring this right arm out, go open palm, create some tension here, lock it down. And what we're gonna do is come up, keeping my bicep real close to my ear, and I'm reaching up as I go. I'm gonna bring it to the back side, and I'm gonna try to keep my open palm to the back side. Now I'm not compensating here with my lower back. I'm just trying to make that shoulder do work. So open palm to the back side. Now when you get about here, go ahead and start turning that hand over, but trying to keep that shoulder still back. It wants to come forward really bad. I'm gonna get all the way to the side, and then I'm gonna try to reach down, and then I'm gonna reverse it and come all the way back. So right about there is where I can go open palm, through, starting to keep that bicep close to my ear, all the way back to the start. So that's 1, we're gonna do 2 more. So up, tension here, close, real close. Open through that back side, palm up. You can start to turn it right about there. Reach it down. Come back through. Breathe. I'm gonna do 1 more. Up, reaching the whole time. I'm even getting some opening through my ribs. Bring it to the back. Reach down. Final pass here. All the way to the front. Shake it out. Okay, we're gonna switch sides here. I'm gonna lock it down on this side. I'm gonna get this left arm out, and I'm gonna start to bring it up and through to the back, just like we did with the other side. So what's really interesting with mobility is obviously when you're working with a single arm like this, you can start to tell the differences between the two sides. Like my left shoulder is all kinds of screwed up, so that's why I have to constantly do mobility on this left, because it'll quickly revert back to really bad patterns if I don't consciously work on it. Second time through here. Reach it down, open. Sometimes I'll even pretend like I'm in like a circular dome and I'm trying to reach the very top. And I'm trying to reach the very back side. I'm trying to not turn my hips though. Open all the way through. You might hear some cracking and creaking, that's completely fine. Reach down. And then we're gonna bring it all the way back for the final time on this arm. One of the things too with mobility is the slower I go, the more benefit I get out of it. And it's hard. Okay, that was three and three. So if I was doing like a mobility circuit, kind of like we're doing today, like I would do more sets. I would do this one, and if I had to give you like a rep range, I always say go by feel, but 15, 20, you know, is low down to 8, you know, whatever. However many you want to do, however many feels right. With this pass through, I usually do 3 to 5 on each side for maybe 2 to 3 sets. Final one we're gonna do, you are gonna be down on the ground. I've got a set of dumbbells today. If you have like some yoga blocks at home, you can use those. You can set them however you want, or I mean really you can use anything. If you have like a pillow or something like that, it's really just something to kind of guide us here. What I'm gonna do is come down on my stomach, and I'm gonna put both palms on top. Now, with things like this, there's so many things you can do on your stomach for shoulder mobility, like all kinds of raises and stuff like that. We're only gonna focus on one single thing today, and which is gonna be a raise up, tap it down, bring it up, rest it, and then we're gonna come up here, through to the side, and down. So a couple things. Neck pain. A lot of neck pain originates from shoulder issues and stuff like that. So with this, I like to create like a little bit of like a double chin and look down, try to keep a neutral spine basically, neutral neck, and that's gonna help you too, because the last thing you want is to be doing stuff like this and exacerbate the problem even more for you. So we're gonna do that, all right? You don't have to raise your feet or anything like that. Arms are gonna be out. I'm gonna look down, double chin. I'm gonna raise my arm up, and then I'm gonna come through. Now I'm gonna try to bring my shoulder back and down, and then tap the ground with this hand. Bring it up, all the way through, and that one can rest. Here we go with the left. Up just a little bit, real slow through here. Shoulder squeezes down and back, tap the ground. Through. Do a couple on each side. Up. Down. Tap it. So with each one that I do, I feel like I'm trying to get a little bit more range of motion as I come back here. I like to go with this one with a nice open palm, spread the fingers apart, creating tension all through my arm. Up, over, down. So for me, stuff like this with the shoulder specifically, I do feel a lot of tension in my upper back. I feel those muscles at work. Get up, through, down. One more on each side. So this should definitely feel like work. It definitely feels like work for me. Always makes me sweat. I get really focused on it. Whew, you just want to come out of it and relax. So many things you can do down on the ground. So I kind of want to make a shoulder series. So this will be like part 1 of the series. So we had these to start with. And then we did that pass through to the back side. And then we were down on our stomachs for a little bit of a lift and bring it out to the side. So many things you can do, but those are just a couple to get you started. Like I said, try to turn it into a little circuit. You can do like maybe 2 or 3 rounds of it. So let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how your shoulders feel. All right.